After working with over 1,000 runners from 5K beginners to sub 3-hour marathons, there's one habit that slows nearly everybody down. It's not bad pacing, it's not skipping strength work, it's not even diet. And it's the reason most runners, especially after 50, stop getting faster, even though they're still putting in the work.
Yeah, Lens, I'd say it's probably the biggest blind spot we see. Runners love mileage, they love structure, they love effort, but ask them how well they're recovering and you just get silence.
Exactly. And it's ironic because recovery isn't the absence of training, it's when all the adaptation actually happens. So today we're going to unpack what recovery really means, how to spot when you're not getting enough of it, and how to fix it without losing fitness. Because once you understand this, your progress will skyrocket.
So let's start here. What's actually happening when someone isn't recovering enough, Lens?
That's a good question, Dev. Think of it like remodeling a house. You break things down, that's your workout, and then you rebuild them stronger. But if you keep knocking down walls before the last one's rebuilt, you end up with a mess, not progress. That's what happens when recovery doesn't match training load. When you train, you cause controlled muscle damage and trigger inflammation. That's normal and what signals your body to tinker and improve. But if you keep training before that inflammation settles, it becomes chronic. Your cortisol stays elevated, glycogen doesn't reload properly, and your nervous system never resets. So, every run after that feels harder, not because you're unfit, but because your system's overloaded.
And that's when runners start saying, I'm slowing down, or it must be my age, I'm getting older. But it's not age, it's accumulated fatigue. And here's the kicker. Your body gives an early warning sign long before burnout.
Precisely, Dev. If you know what to look for, the signs are pretty clear. Your resting heart rate starts creeping up. Your easy runs suddenly feel harder than usual. Your sleep quality tanks. You wake up feeling wired, not rested. Your mood and motivation drop even when you should be feeling good. And the most subtle one, your pace plateaus no matter what you do. That's when you're running on empty, not because of effort, but because recovery has gone missing.
So why are runners so bad at this though?
It's psychological, honestly. Runners are addicted to doing. We think progress comes from adding more miles, more speed, more structure. But recovery requires subtraction, and that feels uncomfortable.
Yeah, but it feels like you're losing momentum, when actually recovery is the thing that creates that momentum.
Exactly. Your aerobic system doesn't improve in the workout. It improves when you give it oxygen, fuel, and rest to rebuild. That's why the best athletes in the world take recovery just as seriously as training. And that's why so many runners plateau. They're chasing the wrong variable.
All right, so let's get into the practical side of things. If someone is watching this and realizes that's me, I'm overtrained or I'm clearly under-recovered, what is the first step?
Start with intensity, not volume. Keep the same number of days, but reduce how hard you're running on most of them. 3 truly easy runs a week. Easy enough to hold a conversation will make a massive difference.
And schedule recovery. Don't wait for it. You should know before the week starts which days are for adapting and which are for stressing the system.
Yes, because if you only rest when you feel tired, you're already late. You want to stay ahead of fatigue, not chase it. And if you're over 50, this becomes even more important because recovery time naturally lengthens as you age. And that's why I created our Faster Beyond 50 Masterclass. It's a free online session that teaches you how to balance training stress and recovery for your age, so you can keep building speed without breaking down. You can grab your free seat by scanning the QR code on screen now or using the link below.
Let's get back to something you mentioned earlier, Lens, heart rate. Because to be fair, that's one of the best ways or real world ways for us to spot recovery issues, am I right?
Absolutely. Your heart rate reflects your recovery stats in real time. If your resting heart rate is higher than normal, it's a sign your body's still fighting inflammation. And if your running heart rate is unusually high for the same pace, that's your nervous system saying, I'm not ready yet. The fix isn't to push harder, it's to back off, recover, and come back stronger.
And that's the part runners miss. They don't lose fitness during recovery, you lock it in. Before we wrap, let's give our listeners something practical that we can start today. Prioritize sleep. This is the ultimate recovery tool. 8 hours is non-negotiable if you want consistent progress. Refuel fast. Within 30 minutes after every run, get carbs and protein in. That's when your muscles are most ready to rebuild.
Active recovery, mobility, easy cycling, even walking. It boosts circulation and clears metabolic waste. Strength work, because strong muscles handle stress better, and that reduces how much recovery time you need.
Yeah, so recovery isn't passive. It's an active part of your training. And if you treat it like that, you'll get stronger without running yourself into the ground.
So, here's the bottom line. If you're training hard but not improving, it's not your age, your diet, or your plan. It's your recovery. Fix that and everything starts working again.
And if you want to know exactly what your body's trying to tell you, in our next video, we're going to break down exactly what your heart rate can tell you about fatigue, fitness, and overtraining. It's one of the most eye-opening breakdowns we've ever done, and it could completely change the way you look at your training.